This conference will now be recorded.
In the previous session, we started discussing about validation rule. Validation rules by default, it is applicable to creating a record and updating a record. Creating a record and updating a record. Validation rules are applicable by default while creating a record or updating a record. Okay. What is the concept of validation rule is nothing but to restrict the user, from saving a record, to restrict the user from saving a record. Okay. And in the previous session, we discussed these functions. In the previous session, we discussed these functions. One function is blank function, and another function is big value. This is for big list fit. And another function is and function we discussed. And we have and operator is also there. And is new function we discussed, and the not function is there. Not is new function also we discussed. Okay. And in the previous session we worked with the lead object. Now our requirement is with the account object. I am trying to creating one account record. Go to account record. It is loading. Yeah, I am trying to creating one account record. Click on new, and next enter all the mandatory details and click on the save button. Okay, click on the save button. So we created one account record. Now my requirement is, once account record is created, suppose any user is trying to changing an account name. For example, again I will go to here and I will change account name from test to test01, and click on the save button. Then it should display an error message. My requirement is in account object. Okay. If any changes, if any changes on account name, then display error message. In the sense means we will not allow the user for changing account name. Okay, we will not allow the user. I will not accept any user. Suppose he is trying to changing an account name and click on the save button. I will not accept. I will not provide any rights to him. Okay, I will not provide any rights to him. Okay, this is my requirement. How we are going to achieve this requirement? Is nothing but by using validation rule. Now we are going to write validation rule in account object. How to navigate to the account object? Go to setup, click on edit object, and then it will redirecting into this particular screen. Go to validation rule, click on this new validation rule. What is the rule name? Any name, it doesn't matter. Now I'm just providing it as a account to name change. Any name, it doesn't matter. Now coming into here, description. Under description there is no logic. So why we are writing this validation rule? Based on which requirement we are writing this validation rule, that here we have to explain. Now coming into here, error condition formula. Here we have to write our actual condition. What is our condition here? Suppose any person is trying to changing an account name. We will not allow him to change account name, right? So first we have to get to the field. Insert field, click on the insert field. Okay, we will get one pop-up. In this pop-up, two boxes are there. In the left box, the first one is account object. Whenever you will click on the account, then it will show all the corresponding fields. For example, here again some arrow mark is there. Whenever you will click on this one, it will show in some other text box, it will show all the fields which are related to this one, because of this is a lookup field. Here we are working with the account object. What is our field? Account name, right? So account name, front end, it is a account name. But whenever we are coming into the back end, Whenever we are coming into the back end, the name is nothing but name only. See, account name. See, this is a front end. Front end, it is an account name. But whenever we are coming into the back end, the API of that particular field is name only. This is a standard field. There is no underscore underscore C. Insert this one. So we are using API name of the account name. Then now coming into here, what is our requirement? If any changes on account name, if any changes on account name, then we have to display an error message, right? So here we have to search any function is there related to changes. I mean, we have to identify, right, whether user is changing name or not, whether user is changing name or not. Whenever user is changing a name, then only we have to fire. This validation should fire. So how we will identify whether user is changing name or not? Okay, how we will identify whether user is changing name or not? How we will identify? Go to here you have any function or not? See here, e changed is there, right? E changed. Okay, select this one, is changed. Okay, then is changed, and here the field, our field name is nothing but name only. So here we have one function is there, here we have one function is there, that function name is nothing but is changed. Okay, is changed. Is changed is nothing but it will identify whether you are changing this particular field or not. Whenever we are changing name field only, right, then only we have to throw error message, right? Is changed name. Suppose any person is trying to changing a name, then display error message. How we are identifying whether you are changing particular field or not is nothing but we have one function, that function name is nothing but is changed. Which field we have to identify? That field here we have to mention is changed name, is changed name. Then what is your error message? Error message anything we will get from the client only. Whenever we will get a requirement, that time only we will get the error message. Okay, you don't have rights to change account name. Account name. Okay, so where we have to display this error message? By default, top of the page. By default, top of the page. Finally, try to save this one. Finally, try to save this one. So we created one validation rule. Here, what is the functionality? What is the condition of the validation rule? Suppose any person is trying to changing an account name, then we have to display an error message. What is the error message? You don't have rights to change an account name. Where we have to display? On the top of the page, here we have to display. Now coming into here. Now I am trying to changing this account name. I have to refresh this because of this is a lightning version, right? So you have to refresh. Now I am trying to changing an account name. Go to here, test01 is there, right? From test01 to I am making test02 and click on the save button. See, you don't have rights to change an account name, right? You don't have rights to change an account name, right? Yes, it is working fine, right? So, but here the case is I am trying to changing this account name means I means what? Ramesh, right? Ramesh profile is what? System administrator, right? We have to exclude some profiles. So for some profile users, we have to provide rights to change account name. Okay, some profile users or some users we have to provide rights to change an account name. In the real time the validations we have to skip this validation for particular users or some profiles we have to skip this validation from system administrator profile. We have to skip this validation, means we have to exclude system administrator profile users from this validation. So how to exclude is nothing but again go to this validation, now go to here, insert field is there, right? Click on the insert field, click on the insert field. In the left hand side here you have to observe all it will start with a dollar symbol, right? Dollar. So here now scroll down here, dollar profile. Dollar in the sense means it's not related to any particular object, it's related to global. So here profile is there, scroll down here, user is there and system is there, user role is there. A dollar setup in the sense means it's related to development. Custom setting is one concept, custom metadata is one concept is there, custom metadata is one concept is there. So that is related to setup. So that is related to setup. So where it will start from the dollar means it's related to the global. It's not related to any object. It's not related to any object. Now what is my requirement? We have to exclude system administrator profiles from this validation. We have to exclude system administrator profile from this validation. So select this profile, select this name, profile name. See here, profile name, select this one, insert. Profile name does not equals to system administrator. Profile name does not equals to system administrator. In here I am using and function. Suppose any user is trying to changing an account name, any user is trying to changing an account name, and that user the system automatically take that user profile name does not equal to system administrator, then only have to fire, then only have to fire that user, current user who is trying to changing an account name, that current user profile name is system administrator, then don't fire this validation. That's why I'm using this symbol does not equals to symbol. See here, this is does not equals to, this is does not equals to, how we are trying to getting the profile name, current user profile name dollar profile dot name does not equals to, in single quote here we have to mention administrator system administrator. If current user profile, see here, if current user profile does not equal to system administrator and is trying to changing an account name, is trying to changing an account name, then display an error message, then display an error message. This line it will fetch the current user profile automatically. If current user profile does not equals to system administrator, current user profile does not equals to system administrator, then it will display an error message, you don't have rights to change an account name. Please contact, please contact system admin. Okay, we have to provide rights at least some profiles or some users, otherwise we will change the name, we will change the name. Now go to here, I am trying to changing the account name, go to here, I am trying to changing an account name, I am trying to changing an account name, go to here, test01, test02, try to save this one. See, validation rule is not firing. Why means who is changing? Ramesh is changing. Ramesh profile is what? System administrator. So we are excluding this validation rule from the system administrator profile user, right? Yes. The users who is having system administrator profile, all users we are providing rights. All users we are providing rights. Suppose I want to exclude sales manager profile, then how we will exclude? Again we will add one more line here, again we will add one more line, dollar profile dot name does not equals to sales representative or sales manager profile. Suppose we want to exclude for particular user, suppose we want to exclude for particular user, go to here, go to here, now go to profile is nothing but collection of users, right? All users it will come into picture, right? But my requirement is I want to exclude particular user. Under sales representative I want to exclude for Akira Mohit only, I don't want completely sales representative, only for one user. Then go to your insert field, go to your user is there, select this user and user id, generally we will use user id. Okay, user id, go to your user id is there, right? User id, we select the user id, generally we will use ids only, not names. Okay, comma, and user id does not equals to, where we will get this user id is nothing but, where we will get this user id, go to here, go to here, which user we want to exclude? Akira Mohit, right? Akira Mohit, you have to type it, this is called global search, this is called global search, you have to search here Akira Mohit and click on this user detail, click on this user detail, then it will redirecting into this particular screen. In the url here you have to observe, in the url, this is the, this is the url. Okay, this is the url, every record has 15 digit id, 15 to 18 digit id. So then where we will get this user detail is nothing but, see here, it will start from here, it will start from here and it will end from here. From the, from the url we will get to the user id, you will go to here and you have to exclude exclude for this particular user. We have to exclude for this particular user and the system administrator profile. Finally, try to save this one. Finally, try to save this one. User ID, see syntax error, it is missing. User ID does not equals to, we have to put in single quotes. Finally, try to save this one. Finally, try to save this one. So in this way, we will exclude the user or profile from the validation rule. From the validation rule, in the real time, regularly we will use these type of scenarios. We are writing the validation rule and we will exclude that validation rule. We will exclude that validation rule from the profile or user. Okay. Any questions on this one? Any questions? Okay. Now coming into account object.
These validations,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
normally these validation tools we have to use for every time or else based on the requirement only.
Based on the requirement only. Okay. We will get each and everything. We will get a requirement.
So
Okay,
for
Charan.
these validation rules, only for account name or each and every field also we have to, like we have to use this validation rule.
Based on our requirement. So here my requirement is, suppose any person is trying to changing a name. Suppose any person is trying to changing owner. That time we write a validation rule. That is my requirement. It is not like that. I mean, generally for any field based on our requirement, this validation rules concept is applicable for any object or any field. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Now coming into here, I am working with the contact object. I am working with the contact object. So based on my requirement, I am working with the account object and lead object. In account object, my requirement is with the name field. In lead object, my requirement is title or some other lead source field. Okay. In contact object, my requirement is on different fields. Okay. Whenever we are coming into the real time on any object on any field, any object on any field. Okay. Now coming into contact object. Now coming into contact. I am trying to creating one contact record. I am trying to creating a contact record. Go to here, click on this new button, click on this new button. While creating a contact record, we will provide all these details, right? So here you have to observe account name is there, right? Account name, this is a lookup field. Okay, this is a lookup field. Account name is a lookup field. So here account name is a parent and the contact is a child. Account name is a parent and the contact is a child. Suppose user he will select one account name. Suppose user he will select one account name. I am trying to creating a contact record. While creating a contact record, suppose I will select an account name. In this account, in this account number we have one field. Account number we have one field. If that account number is blank, then we have to display an error message. What I am trying to say is my requirement is so this is an account. Okay, this is an account. Okay, I created one account. My account name is nothing but ABC. Okay, my account name is nothing but ABC. For this account I am trying to creating a contact. While creating a contact, suppose you, this is the account name, right? Suppose you will select an account, right, like ABC. In this account, okay, in this account, in this account, if account number is blank, account number is blank, then we have to display an error message. That is my requirement. In this account, if account number is blank, then we have to display an error message. So here the concept is we will write validation rule on the same object. So previously, suppose any user is trying to changing name, then we have to display an error message, means in the same object. Here what is the concept? We are, while creating an account record, while creating a record or updating a record, not only in the same object, in the parent object also. In the parent object also, if any field is blank, then we have to display an error message. So here the concept is child to parent. Child to parent. In the parent object, if any field is blank, then yes, we can write validation rule and we will check. Okay, we will throw error message. But parent to child is not possible. Parent to child is not possible. Child to parent is possible, whether it is a lookup relationship or master detail relationship. I am trying to creating one contact record. While creating a contact record, suppose you will select an account name. In that account, whatever you select the account, right? In that account, see here, you are trying to selecting this account, right? In this account, okay, in this account, if account number is blank, then we have to display an error message. This is my requirement. This is my requirement. Here the concept is, while we are writing our validation rule in the contact object, and where we are checking in the parent record, we are checking if any field is there or not. If any field is there or not in the parent record, we are trying to checking. Now go to contact object, go to edit object, go to edit object, and see, go to validation rules, go to validation rule, click on this new button, click on this new button. Rule name is anything here. Contact account to check, contact account to check. Yes. Validation rule, click on new rule, and contact account to check, contact account to check. Now go to here, insert field is there, right? Insert field, go to here, contacts here, click on the contact. Here account is there. How we will get account field is, click on the contact. It will show all the contact account, sorry, contact fields. It will show in this box, right? So from the contact, we have a lookup relationship or master detail relationship to the account, right? That's why this arrow arc is coming. Select this account. Select this account means it will show all the account field. Here account number. See here, account number is one field. Account number is one field. So if account number is blank, is blank, is blank, then we have to display an error message. Once again go to here, once again go to here, insert field, insert field contact. So click on the contact. In the second box, in the second box, it will show all the fields which are related to the contact. But here what is our field? In the contact we have one account field. In this account, in this account we have account number is there. Click on this one, account number, insert this one. So now go to here, go to here, is blank, is blank. Suppose you are trying to selecting an account. In that account, if account number is equals to blank, then display an error message. Please provide account number, account number for the selected account, for the selected account. So here we will write at the field level. Okay, generally in the real time, generally in the real time, they will provide this information, this error message they will provide, this condition they will provide. I mean, not exact all these functions, this business scenario they will provide. Okay, this business scenario they will provide. Now finally try to save this one, finally try to save this one. Now I will just go and I will just go and I will just go and verify this one. Now I am trying to creating a new account record. So go to here, enter all these mandatory details, select this account OWD01, click on the save button. See, this record is saved. Now we will just go and verify the OWD01 account number is there or not. Go to here, go to here, account OWD account number is there or not. Where is account number? To verify control F, account number. Yeah, account number is there. Account number is there. Okay. For example, I am just making this account number as a blank. Finally, try to save this one. So now go to here. I am trying to creating one more contact record. Click on this new contact. Provide all the mandatory details. Now I am trying to selecting an account. While selecting an account, we wrote one validation rule. Whenever click on the save button, it will fire. So and it will check, and it will check. In this account number is blank. Try to save this one. See here, uh, preview the following fields, preview the following fields. Account id, okay, account id. Please provide account number for the selected account. Okay, please provide account number for the selected account. So here the concept is, we will also check the parent record data also. Okay, the parent record, child to parent is possible, Parent record is some fields are there or not, data is there or not, it is blank or not. So we will also check in the parent object. Child to parent is possible, whether it is a lookup relationship or master detail relationship. Parent to child is not possible. Parent to child is not possible. Okay, any questions on this one? Any questions? Now coming into here, opportunity object. Okay, opportunity object coming into here. Here there is no opportunity object. Here there is no opportunity object. One second. Yeah, here there is no opportunity object. Now I want to navigate to the opportunity. Go to here, opportunity, here, opportunity, opportunities. Okay, tab name is opportunity. Select this one. My requirement is, I am trying to creating one new opportunity record. I am trying to creating one new opportunity record. Click on next button. Okay, provide all the mandatory details. All the mandatory details. Test opti name, test opti name, and the type is equals to this one. Provide all the mandatory details. Provide all the close date. Stage is equals to anyone here. I'm trying to selecting it as a value proposition. Anything. What do you mean by value proposition? Means so I'm also not sure. This is one stage. Okay. For each and every stage, there is it will indicate this record is on which position. This record is on which position. Finally, try to save this one. We created one opportunity record. We created one opportunity record. Here my requirement is, I will just go to here and I will try to change it to the closure last. I will try to change it to the closure last. So now after stage to the closure last, after changing stage to the closure last, suppose any user is trying to changing, suppose any user is trying to changing any field on this record. Here my requirement is once stage is closed last. Okay, once stage is closed last, and after that any user is trying to changing any field on this particular record, any field on this particular record, then it should display an error message. Then it should display an error message. My requirement is, go to opportunity object, go and try to create one opportunity record. Select any record type. If you have any record type, select any record type. Provide all the mandatory details here. Amount is mandatory, close date is mandatory, stage is mandatory. Okay, mandatory fields. All these are standard fields which is provided by the Salesforce. Now while creating a stage, you have to go and select any value other than closed one and closed last. Now I am trying to selecting needs analysis. Finally try to save this one. Okay, please enter lead. So some validation rule is there. See, if stage is equal to need analysis, then we have one validation rule. Please enter lead source. Okay, finally try to save this one. Here my requirement is, suppose user he will change the stage to the close last. Suppose he will change the user stage to the close last and click on the save button. Yes, it will accept. After that, now what is the current position of this opportunity record? Stage is equal to close last. After that, any user is trying to changing any field. Suppose user is trying to changing opportunity name. Suppose user is trying to changing account name. Any field on this particular record, then it should display an error message. This is my requirement. Then it should display an error message. So if stage is equal to closure last, after that any user is trying to edit the record. Edit the record means any field on that particular record. We have to log the record. We have to log the record. Means we will not allow any user from editing. Opportunity record editing where stage is equal to close last. Where stage is equals to close last. If stage is equals to close last, if stage is closed last, stage is closed last, then user is trying to edit a record, edit a opportunity record. Then we have to display an error message. Then display error message. Display error message. This is my requirement. Suppose user is trying to edit opportunity record. He is updating any field, which field, any field on the record. We have an opportunity record, and that record is trying to updating any field. Any field is updating, then we have to display an error message. Means this concept is nothing but we are log the record. When we have to log the record, if stage is equal to close last, then we have to log the record. This concept we will call it as a log the record. So when we have to log the record, if stage is equal to close last, then here we have to write a validation rule. Go to here, edit object, edit object, go to here, validation rules. See, log the record, already one validation rule is there. Here you have to observe. Okay, this is my validation rule. This is my validation rule. Here, copy this one. I will explain. Okay, here closed last, right? Here closed one is there. I'm just making it as a closed last. See, I will explain. Okay, I will explain. Okay, closed last here, closed last. Here you have to observe I'm using prior value. One function is there. Prior value function I'm using. For example, I will not use any function. Let's see here. Stage name is equals to closed last. Here stage name I will not use anything. My requirement is stage name is equals to close last, then this after that it will display an error message. Okay, so stage name is a pick list field. Front end it is a stage, front end it is a stage. Back end API name is nothing but stage name only. It is a pick list field, right? Stage name is a pick list field. That's why we are using this syntax. Pick list value is nothing but close last. Then we are logged the record. Finally try to save this one. We will just go and verify this one. We will just go and verify. Here we are using only is pick value function. If stage name is equal is a pick list, stage name is a pick list field. In that pick list field, close last is a value. Then any user is trying to changing, then log the record. Okay, now I will just go and edit here. For example, go to account name. I am trying to changing an account name here. Finally try to save this one. See, log the record, right? We are getting an error, right? For example, go to here. I'm trying to changing any field on this record. Log the record. So now this scenario is fine. There is problem with this scenario. There is problem with this scenario. Now go to here. Click on this new button. Click on next. Provide all the mandatory details. Provide all the mandatory details here. Okay. And while creating it, provide all the mandatory details. Close date is nothing but anything here. Stage is equals to qualification. Finally try to save this one. So now this is my qualification. Now I will go to here. See here, qualification is there, right? Qualification, I am trying to changing my stage to the close last. See here, close last I am trying to changing. Previously what is my stage? My stage is qualification. Now first time I am trying to changing to qualification, sorry, close last. Close last, click on the save button. See, this time also it is displaying an error message. First time it should allow us to make stage as a close last. Once stage is close last, once stage is close last, then it will not allow us to edit a record. That is the concept here. So first time it should allow us. But see here, with this validation rule, it is not allowing the first time also. Suppose stage name is equal to close last, then it is displaying an error message. So that's why, see here, that's why close last. See, I'm trying to making stage as a close last. Try to save this one. It is not allowing us to make stage as a close last. But what is my requirement? When we have to log the record, first time it will allow us to make the stage as a close last. So first time it will allow us to make a stage as a close last. After that, okay, after that it will not allow us to edit a record. But this validation, first time also it is not allowing us. First time also it is not allowing us. So what we have to do is we will use prior value function. We will use prior value. One function is there, prior value. I will explain this one. Okay, I will explain this one. This pick value, prior value, prior value. One function is there. I am using this function. Okay, means I will explain. Try to save this one. Now go to here this validation. Go to here this valid. Go to this record. Go to this record. Stage is close qualification date. See here, close the last. I am trying to changing. Click on the save button. See, first time it is allowing, right? Now I am trying to changing. Go to here. I am trying to changing any field here. I'm trying to changing any field and click on the save button. Then this time it is not allowing, right? So how means first time it should allow us to make stage as a closed last. After that, after that, so after that, then any person is trying to changing any field on that record, then it should display an error message. That's why here we are using one function that is nothing but prior value. Prior value is nothing but it will take, it will take, okay, old value of that particular stage, old value of that particular stage, old value of that particular stage. Prior value of stage name is closed one. But here, what is the prior value of stage name? What is the prior value of stage name? Before changing into the closed last, what is the prior value? Qualification. Qualification. So prior value of stage name is qualification. That's why this validation rule it is not firing. So the system it is taking the old value. Old value of that particular record is what? Qualification. Now I am trying to change into the closed one. So here what is the prior value? Prior value is closed last and the new value is closed last. So that's why the system it is displaying an error message. That's why the system it will display an error message here. That's why the system it is displaying an error message. Any questions on this one? Any questions? Okay. Any questions? This is log the record. This is the log record. Okay. So, and I will give one more example coming into case object. Okay. Coming into case object. Go to here. Case. I am trying to creating a case. Okay. Go to here. Cases. I'm trying to removing this one. Here edit. Go to here. Edit this. 1 second. I will give one more scenario related to the prior value. Prior value function regularly we will use. Okay. Regularly we will use this prior value function. I will give one more scenario. Try to save this one. Activate this. Now coming into here. Now coming into here. My requirement is here status is new, right? Status is new. Okay. Suppose I am trying to changing status to working. Okay, fine. Try to save this one. Now my requirement is suppose any user is trying to changing the status from working to escalated. Working to escalated. That time priority is medium, then we have to display an error message. Here you have to understand this requirement. We are working with the case object. We are working with the case object. Case is one more standard object. My requirement is if case status, if case status, okay, if case status is new, okay, if case status is new and we are changing we are changing we are changing to working, we are changing from new to working, and that time okay, and that time if priority is medium, then display error message. Priority is medium, then display error message. This is my requirement. If case status is new, okay, so I'm trying to creating one case record. Go to here. First we have to understand the requirement clearly. Go to here, select any one of the record type. Okay, case status is new. Okay, fine. Enter all the remaining details and click on the save button. Click on the save button. Okay, now what is my requirement? Suppose you are trying to changing the case status from new to working. So when case status is new, that time you are trying to changing to working. Okay, that time you are trying to changing working. So means old value is new and new value is working. If case status old value is new and new value is working, whenever new value is working and priority is medium, then we have to display an error message. That is my requirement. For example, old values work. For example, go to here. I am trying to changing from case escalated to working. That time I don't want to fire my validation. Here you have to observe. Here you have to observe in workflow, coming into workflow, the third option is there, right? Old value does not equals to new value. Whenever we are coming into evaluation criteria, what is the third evaluation criteria? Whenever you are trying to changing a particular field, means it will get to check the old value and the new value. It also the same scenario. What is the scenario here? Suppose the old value is equals to new, and you are trying to changing from new to working. That time priority is medium. Then only you have to display an error message. My requirement is here. If old value is new case status, and new value means we are trying to changing new value is working, and priority is medium. Then display error message. Suppose old value is escalated, and you are changing new value to working. Then this time we will not, my validation should not fail. My validation, when it should fail, old value is new and the current value is working. Here old value is new, right? I'm trying to updating a record. I'm trying to changing to working. What about the old value? Old value, here in the validation rule we will call it as a prior value. What is the prior value of status? Prior value of status is new. And what is the new value? New value is nothing but working. And what about the priority? Priority is medium. Then we have to display error message. Then then how we write a validation rule? How we write a validation rule? Old value is escalated, so it is a pick list field, right? Is pick value here. Is pick value is pick value. What is the status? See here, status. Okay, and this is a new and comma is pick value status. This is nothing but working. But this should be old value, right? This is a new value. What does that meaning? This is a new value only. This is a new value. Now we have to verify whether it is a old value or not. For old value we will just go and use prior value function. See here, prior value function. Status is a pick list field. If status is a pick list field, okay, status is a pick list field, that value is new, old value is new. From new to working we are trying to changing. From new to working we are trying to changing. And is priority is a pick list field. Here here medium. Okay, this is my complete validation rule. All these conditions are satisfied, right? Then I will just go and put and condition here, and function here, not condition. And see, old value of status is new, current value of status is working. Means one person is trying to editing a record. While editing a record, old value is equals to status is new, and new value is equals to working. Okay, suppose here old value is escalated. From escalated to working I am trying to changing, then it will not display any error message. My condition is this one only. Okay, so here old value of status means prior value. For example, you will just go and search in the Google only, we will get it. How to get old value, how to check previous value in the validation route. How to check previous 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 value in validation rule for pick list in Salesforce. Okay, go to here. How to check old value in validation rule for pick list field. Okay, the prior value function is there, right? Prior value, no need to remember. All these syntaxes. Okay, first we have to remember the concept. For this requirement, which concept is suitable? Validation rule is suitable. Then what is our second step? Go to the front end means record. Go to the record. You have to understand the requirement clearly. So old value is status is new, and new value is nothing but this one. Then that time priority is medium. In that way we have to understand the requirement. Once we understand the requirement, then go to the Google. You have to search in the Google how to get the old value for status for one pick list field. See how to get old values here. Prior value function is there. This is a pick list field. This is a old value. Okay. So this is a pick list field. For this pick list field, we are trying to getting the old value, that is nothing but prior value. Old value is nothing but this one. So now how to get the new value? Go to Google and you have to check it. How to check old value and new value in validation rule. Okay, in validation rule in Salesforce. Okay, we have to search it. We have to search pre-value function. Go to here. We will get, finally we will get it. See, go to here. This is with the green mark, right? This is with the green mark. This is the solution. Okay, this is the solution. This is the green mark. This is the solution. Means this is, the syntaxes are suitable for our requirement. Okay, the syntaxes are suitable for our requirement. It is not exactly our requirement that they are using request status field or different fields, they are using different values they are using. So this is suitable for our requirement. See, you have to get it is big value. This is a old value and this is a new value. So some minor changes we have to do it, and we have to add it into our validation rule, and we have to test it. So that's what I'm saying. Whenever we are getting a requirement, first for that requirement, which concept is suitable, that we have to understand. This is my requirement. For this requirement, which concept is suitable? Workflows is suitable, process builder is suitable, or approval process is suitable, or security is suitable, or validation rule is suitable. Yes, validation rule is suitable. Then what is my next step? Next step, we have to go to that particular record, go to the case record. What exactly user is expecting? What exactly user is expecting here? If case status is new and we are changing to working, go to here. So we will just go and create one case record. While creating a case record, you have to make status as a new. Now what is saying? We are changing to working. Yes, you will just go to here, change it. Status, yes, we are changing to working. So old value is equals to new. You are changing to working. And that time priority medium. Priority is one more field. If it is a medium, okay, then we have to display an error message. We will get clear information. Okay, whenever we are working in the project, we will get clear information about the requirement. So that requirement we have to test from the front end. If in the front end you are clear, then requirement is nothing. You have to go to the Google and you have to search it. You have to copy paste. First we have to understand the requirement, which concept is suitable. Then go to the front end you have to test it, that requirement. Once testing is fine, once you understand the requirement, then only start the development. Before that, don't go directly into the development. First we have to understand. Once we understand the requirement, 80% of the requirement is completed, we have to go to the Google and we have to copy paste it. We have to get it from that. Okay, and this is the validation rule. Here we are using prior value function. Okay, any questions related to this validation rules? And the regular functions, one more last point is coming into here, edit object. Okay, go to edit object and go to validation rules. Go to validation rules, click on this new validation rule. Coming into functions, see here, it's not possible to know each and every function. Whenever we are getting a requirement, that time we will verify. Okay, that time we will verify. And function we verified, right? And function is there. Case case safe id is there. What is this case safe id is? So generally, every record id is ever, suppose we will create one record, whether it is a profile also. For every record in the URL, we will find 15 digit id. 15 digit id. For example, go to here. This is my record. This is my record. Here you have to observe, for every record in the URL, this is a URL. This is a 15 digit id, 15 to 18 digit id, 15 to 18 digit. So suppose it is a 15 digit id. Suppose it is a 15 digit id. Now we want to convert into 18 digit id. Now we want to convert into 18 digit id. Then we will just go and use case safe id field. Case safe id fields here converts a 15 character id into a case insensitive 18 character id. Suppose we have our record. For every record in the Salesforce is a id. That ID is a 15-digit ID. Okay, suppose we want to convert in from 15 to 18-digit ID, then we will just go and use case safe ID fields. Here contains field is there, date is there. Suppose we want to work with the date, and the day field is there. From the date, any day value is there. Okay, and if condition is there, is blank, is changed, is new, is null, is number, whether it is a number or not, is pick list field value. Left, here suppose I'm entering Ramesh Babu, my account name, we have to check from the left hand side, we have to check it. So left function is there. No need to remember all this function, it's not at all required. Whatever we discussed, that functions are enough. Suppose you will get any another validation rule, you have to go and verify. You have to go and verify. Okay, you have to go and verify. Minute is there, month is there. Okay, month is there. Now means it will give date, time. Now what is the current date, time, everything it will give. Read x is regular expression. Regular expression is nothing but phone number. Suppose in the phone number I will enter alphabetical means, then it should display error message, right? My phone number should, I mean, in this format. So we will use regular expression. This is nothing but regex, that is nothing but regular expression. Okay, regular expression. So, and this is this year one, year is there. So these are functions, these are the functions regularly we will use in our requirements. Okay, I will show in my application so that you will get an idea. Okay,
This
condition.
conference will now be recorded.
We have one function that is nothing but if function. Whenever we are writing a validation rules here, if if stage, for example, stage name is closed one. Okay, if stage name is closed one, stage name is a pick list field. If stage name is equals to closed one, then this condition it will fire. Okay, this value it will check. If it is not, then it value it will check. Okay, the first value. What I am trying to change, what I am trying to saying is, if condition, if this condition is true. Generally if condition is what, forget about this syntax. Generally if condition is what, if condition is true, condition is true, whatever condition is true, then you have to execute this logic. Else you have to execute this logic, right? You have to execute this logic, right? Here also in the validation rules also the same thing. If this condition is true, if this condition, you are trying to creating a record, for that record, if stage is equals to closed one. See here, if stage is closed one, stage is closed one, then what we want to execute, what we want to check, you have to check this one. Whatever here we are writing, right? Check this one. Okay, it will execute this one. If not, then it will execute this one, then it will execute this one. If this condition is true, if this condition, first if condition satisfied, then it will execute this logic. Else it will execute this logic. This is if condition here. This is if condition. I will give some examples on this if condition. Okay,